The mud was thick. She knew what a sight she made. People stared at her, full of pity, and that she could not bear. She walked through fog and mist, head down, eyes on the ground, heart beating in shine. Hope gone. And then one day, fate stepped in, as it has a way of doing, but coming down the street with some of the Lodge family.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to block your path. I just needed to rest for a moment.
You probably don't know me. Well, you probably don't know us. But we know you. Well, we don't know you, but we
He means he's seen you walking down the street in front of our house.
That's it. I'd like you to accept this sixpence.
It's a gift. You can buy some food. I must decline. I'm not a beggar.
Of course you aren't, but we would still like you to accept sixpence.
Not that you need it.
Of course not.
But maybe we will bring you some better boots.
Not that you need them,
Of course not.
but maybe we might bring you a warmer coat.
Not that you need them.
Of course not.
Your offer is most gracious, but I am the daughter of a very fine and honorable soldier. And if I must go on without a meal or walk with holes in my shoes, I will bear it like a soldier, like my father would have me do. Perhaps you accept the coin in honor of your father, as a tribute to him. Under those conditions, I shall accept your gift. Thank you. You are ever so kind. My father would like you.
She's definitely not a beggar. No beggar would talk like that.
She's so bare-faced. Even under that dirt and thought, you could see that. She behaves like a lady born and bred.
She looks woefully tired, but if she walks by a house, she looks inside and smiles.
She is someone. I know it.
Everyone is someone.
How do you know? We don't even look at the beggars nor the poor people who struggle by us. We don't think of them as real people. Not even our own servants. We treat them kindly though know nothing of their lives. From now on, I shall treat everyone like they are really someone.
Sarah didn't know what the Lodge family went about her as she went about them. They called her the girl who was not a beggar. Are we ready for the long finger of fate to stir the waters?
It can't be. It simply can't be.
But of course it was. Magic was finding its way along the dirty streets, pulling up from the wrecked mud.
I resolved not to spend my sixpence, but here are 4 pence. I could buy 4 buns, and the bakery is just there. But what if somebody dropped the coins and is coming back for them? Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry to call you from your work, but I found these lying right outside your door. Did somebody report missing 4 pence?
Well, bless me, dearie. There's not many who come looking for the owner of 4 pence. You found the coins. That means they're meant for you.
I'm not sorry, Mum, to come up to your shop. I ain't never done it before.
Maybe you can't read. No beggars in this establishment.
What bother you no more? I just wondered if you ever missed had any spare coins. Even just 1 or 2. Or maybe some old bread.
A moment ago, I wouldn't have had any coins to spend, but now I do. 4 pence. I'd like 4 buns, please. 2 buns apiece.
Well, bless me, I've had a good day. Here you go. 6 buns. For the joy of all of us.
Now, we'll both be warm. Well, almost warm. You mustn't gobble, although I probably would. I have. I know what a rumbling stomach feels like.
Once I had pride enough not to tear into my food like a dog with a bone, but that disappeared long ago. I did have a proper family once. My mam and pa. I'll save this for later.
You'll eat it now. You can take another for later.
But, miss, that leaves you with...
It leaves me quite well.
Folks said if he had a little more sunshine, he would have lived.
My father is lost to me too. He's my first thought in the morning and my last at night. Here, you're shivering. Lean on me.
Mem tried every which way to get a job, but no one would hire her on. Folks didn't want her coming to work, dragging a child. So Mem started begging. She couldn't think of nothing else. One day, the constable arrested her for loitering. Do you know what that means, miss?
Standing about with no place to go.
Dirtying up the street, the constable said. He drug her off. Mom gave me the tambourines and the few coins she had and told me to run. The constable couldn't catch both of us. He took her to the workhouse. She'll kick around up there. There's nothing left that matters.
Here, take these too. You need them.
I'm not grateful for the food, miss. It's a miracle it is.
The baker helped me, so I can help you. That is a miracle. Or magic. Or perhaps they're one and the same. Maybe you could go back into the bakery just for a bit to get more. Now, I must go, or I shall get a scolding. You must keep the shawl to remember our magic.
How many buns did that girl give you?
5, ma'am.
She only kept one for herself? That is an unusual child. Come inside, girl. I'll give you a decent meal and a place to sleep tonight. In return, you can do a few chores for me once you wash the dirt off. I had the feeling that if you had a few meat pies in that stomach, you'd be a hard worker.
Look, Emily, at the sunset. My sunset, because I'm the only person in the house who can see it. Only I can see the crimson clouds melting and drifting, changing into mountains and castles and fields of fleecy sheep. But tonight, it's different. Tonight, the sky is purple. It makes me feel special. No, it makes me feel that something special is about to happen.
Excuse me, miss.
You're Alaska!
I am indeed. My name is Ramdas. You are my neighbor. My employer and I moved in yesterday.
I'm Sarah. It's so good to see you. It makes me think of India. Who is your employer? Is he an army officer? Maybe a merchant? Is he young? Is he old? Would you like to come in? Is it too difficult?
No, indeed. I can slip in easily. This is where you live?
Yes, this is my cocoon.
Mrs. Thomas Caresford is my employer. He is English, but he lives up in India to tend his business. He's a good man, but he's been ill for quite some time. He needs much rest. He is on a search. He has just one sliver of a chance in this vast universe to find the person he is seeking.
You have a monkey!
We do indeed. He is Mr. Caresford's light, but he's a stubborn little creature. He goes where he pleases, when he pleases.
Perhaps he'll visit me one day.
Perhaps, at his own time pleasure. I stopped by your room today to tell you that a large mouse was running around in my room today. When he saw me, he disappeared and ran across the ledge and into your lodgings.
Melchizedek. That's what I've named him. And I are compatriots. He's always hunting for food to feed his family, and I give him what crumbs I can. I'm usually hungry too.
Miss Minchin does not feed you?
Not willingly. I have to depend on the scraps the cook leaves out for me. Some nights she does, some nights she doesn't. Miss Amelia smuggles food to me when she can. But you see, I am able to stand it, because I am imprisoned in the Bastille.
Are you then? India. I believe our thoughts are stronger than brick and mortar.
Then I shall think good thoughts about your employer.
Good night.
Oh, please, do come again. I get lonely up here.
I shall certainly come again to this prison and sky.
No. And I wanted so much to bring you some comfort. We had that one lead, that one clue, that the girl could speak French like a native. I was so hopeful in Paris at the end of our search.
I can see it in your face, Carmichael. The girl is not from France.
No, my friend, she is not.
Where to go now? What to do now?
Madame Pascal did tell me that a Russian couple had visited her school recently and adopted one of the girls she had left an orphan.
Russia? Do you think that might be where the girl is?
I think I might like to find out. If your father has no objections, I will send him out as my emissary. Can I ask you to do that for me, Carmichael? Journey so far away.
Of course. If one of my own children is missing, I'd go on searching till I found her. But I'm fearful for you, for your health. Your search is consuming your life.
My search has become my life.
Perhaps you meet us out, Papa.
Don't be silly, Nora.
Perhaps you'll ride and slave through the snow.
It all sounds so romantic.
It's not romantic. It's sad.
All my practical damage, it's sad. A man searching for a solitary child in a universe full of children.
I must know, Mr. Carrisford.
You must always know everything.
That's because there is so much to know.
Agreed. Nora, ask me anything you like.
I wish to know the whole story of you and this girl you seek.
I'm a bit too tired to take that on right now, and it saddens me. I suppose it will always sadden me. But Ramdas here was born a storyteller. I will have him tell you the tale. I will try to keep the truth in my own eyes and heart. You know not successful businessman Mr. Carrisford is, but like the others of his kind, he enjoys seeking out new opportunities.
So should I.
This is not your story, Nora.
It is, in a way. Real love, true happiness. We all search for that. Mr. Carrisford was approached by a man who claimed he had several tracts of land containing diamond mines. He was most intrigued. I was so sure of success that I invited my old friend from school days to be my partner. He already had a good bit of fortune, but the thought of diamond mines intrigued him. At first we thought the man we had given our money to was a swindler. We were told there were no diamond mines, and never had been. Perhaps in Curtis's appointment, Mr. Carrisford and his partner both became ill with jungle fever. It is a common thing in India. It affects the brain as well as the body. Mr. Carrisford and his partner was the sickest. His body was worn out, his spirit broken. He was half mad. He raved on and on about his daughter, his little princess, but he gave us no information about where she was, what country, or what school. One night, he fled from the hospital, crying out that he must find his little princess. I brought him back, but he died soon after. Then it turned out there were diamond mines. The man we had given him money to was honest. It had just taken him longer to find them than he had thought. What haunts Mr. Carrisford the most is that his partner died, thinking his friend was a fraud, thinking that he left his daughter at the hands of an unkind world. And I did. I really did. I left her a pauper. Even now, she may be begging on the streets.
You cannot blame yourself, Thomas. You were ill when all this happened. We will find the girl, I promise you.
It's a reckless promise.
We will search until the ends of the earth to find her.
We will not be going anywhere.
Then I shall keep upon my thoughts and my prayers. In Mr. Carrisford and the girl he's searching for.
Sometimes I dream of him, my partner. He always asks the same question. Thomas, where is my little princess? Where is she? I have an idea, Mr. Carrisford. Until we find the child we are seeking, perhaps we could help the girl next door.
We call her the girl who is not a beggar.
She might as well be. I see how when she does not see me. There's many a girl who would break down the way for her living. She works day and night. She has to scavenge for her food. She gets through things with her pretend. Right now, she's pretending that she's imprisoned in the Bastille. But I doubt if even that prison is as depressing as her attic room.
I like your idea, Londos. Indeed, it's a godsend. It may help me with some of the troubling doubts I have. Yes, we will help the girl on the other side of the wall.
It's oh so hard to do what you asked of me. you to join me. It was a true feast. I lived that one last night. There was a warm, soft carpet under my feet, and in the corner was a carton filled with books. There were large, soft cushions to curl up on and read. The bed had a silken cover. There was even a fire in the rusty old grate. Actually, it was everything I dreamt of having.
But who put it all there?
I don't know. There was just a note to the little girl in the attic from a friend. A friend. I have a friend beyond these walls. Perhaps I could have a life, too, beyond my chores, outside of this house.
Whatever happens today won't seem near as awful. I'll just remember eating every crumbs even before that warm fire.
I told everyone about last night in your silly little party.
I didn't think it was silly. I thought it was wrong. I wish I could have played.
They didn't get to eat any of the food.
It's odd then. You look so happy.
It must be a trick or something. You two should be absolutely miserable knowing what you're facing.
Don't you remember? You two are both in disgrace. Of course we remember, Miss Minchin.
Of course we remember, Miss Minchin.
How dare you two go about looking so happy. I'm delighted to see them looking so well. Delighted? Delighted by the defiance. Girls to the library. Becky and Sarah to your chores.
I will find the cause of your happiness, Miss Sarah Prue, and when I do, you'll be in serious trouble.
Yes, Miss Minchin. Sister, you can't go around punishing people because they're happy.
But why are they so happy? Especially Sarah. That's the real question.
It is indeed. You've certainly done your best to keep them from feeling that way.
Of course the magic can be a wide thing. Sarah's worried what she'd find when she climbed the stairs to the attic room that night. But it was all there, and more. A beautiful lamp that gave the room a rosy glow. A delicious dinner laid out on the table. On the second day, there had been goose-down pillows and warm, soft blankets. On the third day, beautiful pictures and silken hangings had been placed on the walls. And so it went. Each day, something new had been added to the room. And always there was food. And always there was a note. To the little girl in the attic. From your friend. Sarah could carry out her tasks. Muck through the mud. The cook could be mean. People could be rude. But it didn't matter. But she knew there'd be magic in her room that night. And then there was the day when the clothes were placed on Sarah's bed.
Where did those clothes come from? Have you been stealing? Oh, no. They're just part of the magic. Just more for silly blathering. Do you think she has a rich relative we don't know about? If so, we must contact him or her. Maybe I can redeem some of the money I lost. You redeemed that a long time ago. Perhaps it's just as Sarah said. It's magic.
One day, Sarah said aloud that she would like to have some writing paper and pen. The next day, her request was filled.
I hope you will not think it is impolite that I should write this letter to you when you wish to keep yourself a secret. Sometimes I think I shall wait and hide and see who's providing me with all the gifts. But I can't. I mustn't. I know that when great magic steps into your life, you mustn't question it, for then the magic will disappear. But I'm so grateful to you. I'm so happy. And so is Becky. I've been sharing all my new riches with her. So please just accept my heaven-sent thanks from the little girl in the attic.
The next day, the note was gone.
You don't have to tell me the outcome of your journey, Thomas, for I can see it in your eyes and the faces of your children.
We are truly sorry, sir.
You're right, Thomas. The Russian child is not the girl we're looking for. But we will begin another search. I don't think I have the heart to continue.
The girl next door is very happy. You must think of that.
Is she? I'm so glad. It gives me great pleasure to hear how her life is changing.
And just then, fate stepped in, as it so often does, in the guise of a monkey.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry to interrupt.
This is the girl from next door, Mr. Carrisford.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, sir. I came to tell you that your monkey is curled up in my room, happily sleeping. I know he's very temperamental, so I let him sleep.
Stubborn is what he is.
I left him there, but I can bring him to your last car.
How do you know what a Lascar is?
I was born in India, sir. My father was in the army. I used to be a student at Miss Minchin's seminary, but my papa lost his money. Miss Minchin took me on as a servant.
How did your father lose his money?
He didn't lose it himself. He had a friend. Well, Papa thought the man was his friend. He bought my father into a scheme, took his money, and then lost it. My papa just trusted the man to get too much, I guess, but that's how he was.
Perhaps his friend meant no harm. It was all a misunderstanding, a mistake. What scheme was your father involved in?
Diamond mines.
And your father, he died of brain fever?
Why, yes, sir.
Your name, dear, what's your name?
Sarah Crew. I'm the daughter of Captain Ralph Crew.
Your father, he called you his little princess, did he not?
He did, sir, but how did you know?
This is the child, Thomas. This is the child, Carmichael. This is the child.
What child would that be, sir?
I was your father's partner in the diamond mines, but I did not betray him or lose his money. By the time I had found out the diamond mines were real, it was too late. Your papa was dead. I've been searching for you for 2 years. I've seen Carmichael here everywhere. France, Russia.
I was always here, just on the other side of the wall. Are you all right, sir?
Too much happiness can make me quite weak for a moment.
You and Rondas, you have been the magic.
We have indeed.
You don't know, you couldn't know how much your gifts have helped me. I was almost lost, with no sense of myself, and then the magic appeared.
You have given me life, child.
You have given me hope.
So here you are!
Unhand that girl.
I'm so sorry, girl. This girl is a charity case I had fobbed off on me. Be assured she will be severely punished tomorrow. And take off those clothes. They're not suitable for your chores.
The clothes came from Rondas and myself.
And great quantities of good food.
And many other treats you never climbed the stairs to see.
But why would you give those things to this girl?
Sarah, as it turns out, is the daughter of my partner, Captain Crew. He and I were friends in the diamond mines.
So you're the swindler?
He's not a swindler. There never was a swindler. The diamond mines, they're real, but my father died before Mr. Carrisford could tell him.
So the money from the mines?
All belongs to Sarah. Of course, her fortune has increased quite a bit over these years and will continue to do so.
Sarah, dear, I have not spoiled you, I know. But be assured I have always been quite fond of you.
Were you? I didn't notice that.
Come, Sarah, it's time to go home. You can visit Mr. Carrisford later.
Sarah is home, Miss Minchin. I am her guardian.
Captain Crew left Sarah in my care. I will not let her leave my school, and her money will be placed in my bank account. I'm quite sure I had the law on my side.
I would be the law will be on Mr. Carrisford's side, sister. I'm so happy for you, dear. Sarah was never anything but kind and clever, and you didn't repay her with any kindness. I hope Mr. Carrisford spreads the tale all about the city of how you treated Sarah.
But what if all our pupils are taken away?
I hope they are. Then we can start anew. I know you have a heart, Rhea mentioned, the kind that beats away in your body. But your real heart is squeezed so tight, no love can come in, and no love can seep out. But maybe we can try to pretend it to, and see if it helps.
I cannot replace your father, Sarah, but I can do my best to give you what you've been lacking in these unhappy years. And I can promise you, I will love my little princess in the best way I can.
I do have one request about Becky.
Ah, yes, the other little prisoner in the Bastille.
I would like her to live with us.
She will be a personal assistant.
Oh, no. You must call her my handmaiden. That would make her very happy.
Very well.
With Sarah at his side, Mr. Carrisford soon became well again, and the large family often came to visit. Of course, Lottie and Ermengarde came as well. Sarah no longer needed Emily and gave it to Lottie. Eventually, all the other girls came to visit. Once, even Lavinia slipped into the mansion, but she didn't smile. Our journey is almost complete, but there's some final magic for you all.
Oh, bless me, what can I do for you two? I know you.
You once gave me 6 buns for 4 pence.
Indeed I did. I always remember you giving away your food. Might I say, your situation's much improved.
This is Mr. Carrisford, my employer, my guardian. He is very generous.
And Sarah is very special.
Have you seen the little girl? Do you know how she is? She isn't.
Oh, bless me, she's quite well.
Ah!
So I've given her odd jobs, and now she's my assistant. Well, bless me, things didn't go well for the both of you.
You're the girl. Give me 5 buns and kept only one for yourself. I can never forget you.
I have an idea, ma'am.
Bless me, it's Mrs. Brown.
Mrs. Brown, I thought perhaps Anna could pass out bread and biscuits on the streets to children in need of a good meal. I know she might like to do it, since we both know what being hungry feels like.
And it will be my pleasure to pay for it.
I should love to do that. And I should like to keep the shawl. It has wrapped me in pattern since the day I met you.
I have discovered several things since we last were together, Papa. I've learned that it is better to be a princess outside your palace than inside. Outside, you can see the pain and the suffering and try to help your people. I'm fast becoming a champion of the poor and downtrodden, Papa, as you said I would be. There are so many children on the streets of London in need of my help. I thought my heart would break from missing you, but instead it grew and stretched. The more love I came to have for Becky, the more love I had for Ermengarde and Lottie and Miss Amelia and Rondos and the little beggar girl and now Mr. Carrisford. Most of all, I've learned that the best magic comes from within. It's what we use to fill the empty places in our souls.
I never had Sarah Crew look more like a princess than she did right then.